All right, bang him Smurf. How's it going?
What's happening, man? I can't complain. You all right? Everything's smooth.
Yeah, man. Glad to finally be locking in with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a pretty dope history in hip hop and everything you've been through.
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? You checked out your story before, man.
Yeah.
It's dope, man. I'm just glad to have you here.
Yeah, man. Blessing you all right? Great to be on
For
your
sure,
show,
for
too. I
sure.
be checking you out.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
I'll be grinding. I'm trying.
No doubt. Keep it up, though.
Thank you. Well, I thought we would start from the beginning and just kind of get to know you a little bit better for the people on
Yeah.
my channel who might not know who you are, man. Can you, tell me a little bit about yourself and where you grew up and everything?
Well, you know me, man. I'm banging Smurf, man. Former G Unit co-founder, Southside Jamaica, Queens, that's where we from. That's where I used to reside, did all my dirt, hustle, music, Southside,
You
baby.
originally grew up in Trinidad.
Yeah, I was raised in Trinidad. Not raised, I was born in Trinidad, raised in America. Yeah, I left Trinidad like 7 years old. Yeah, then landed in Brooklyn.
What was that like?
That transition, like, I was young, so it really ain't matter to me. I was with my mother, so I was cool. You know what I mean? I'm young at the time, you heard? So that transition was cool. I landed in Brooklyn in the crack epidemic, you heard? 88, you did? So I witnessed a lot in Brooklyn. I lived there for like 3 years. Then I moved to Queens.
And what's that like? So you're about 10 years old and you get to Queens. And
Yeah.
is it a rough neighborhood for you?
Yeah, you could say it wasn't really rough for me because I just left Brooklyn, you heard? Brooklyn is, a tough area. You heard? I was on East 34th between Snyder and Tilden, you heard? So that was a pretty tough neighborhood, you heard? Yeah. So, I learned a lot from there. Like, what's funny about it, like, one of the homies I used to look up to, my big cuz I used to look up to when I was out there, he here with me now. He got deported too, so that's what's dope about it. So when I actually landed in Brooklyn, I used to look up to my cuz right here. He used to, hold me down and shit. He was the fly nigga in the neighborhood. They used to call him Dane the Dane and shit, you heard? Know what I mean? So he like schooled me to the game, like dressing, being tough, fighting, shit like that, you heard? Yeah. So shout out to Brooklyn. But when I moved to Queens, it was cool, man, because I was already tough. You dig? So it was normal for me, man. Yeah, so I moved to Jamaica, Queens. So when I moved to Queens, Queens was cool, Played a lot of sports out there, things like that too at that age, yeah. So before I even started hustling and all that, we used to do the sports thing and all that. You did?
What sports did you play?
Man, I played all sports, man. Basketball, football, baseball. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And you get in the streets pretty early, I believe.
Yeah, man. I was in the streets since I was in Brooklyn. So I was in the streets since 7 years old, man. Since I was in Brooklyn, that's how I told you. I was outside. I used to run around with my big cousin and them, you heard? Yeah. My first house parties, back in the days. There's house parties. First house parties, Brooklyn. First fight, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? First bust my head in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay, and I believe you mentioned in the interview that you were going out of town at like 10 years old?
Nah, not no 10 years old, man. Like 13, man. 12, 13, man. Yeah, that's a fact,
12,
though.
13?
Yeah, that's when I used to run around with my homie Silky, you heard? Rest in peace to Silky, you heard? Yeah, that's facts. We in junior high school, we out of town and all that. I dropped out the 9th grade, you heard? You know what I mean? I was a hustler from young, you heard? I never really did the school thing, you heard? Yeah. So after I graduated from junior high, that's 8th grade, that's 13, 14, I was done school. I'm hustling everything, full force. And we used to do the music thing as well. But yeah, I was out of town at like 13, 12, 13, me and my homie Silky. Yeah, PA, yeah. Selling level
What's
crack.
that like, being that young and you're out of town? Damn, that's young.
Yeah, you gotta remember too though, man, that's the early 90s, bro. Remember, that's the crack epidemic, man. Like, all the young boys was hustling. It's not like I was the only young boy out there hustling. You got young boys from all over hustling, from Hollis, everywhere, Laurelton, everywhere, everybody, man. Like, getting money back in the days, man. Everybody was getting money. Yeah, young boys too, yeah.
How'd your family feel when they found out you were in the streets?
Well, they already knew I was wild since I was born, bro. I was just different. I was always different. You know, I always did what I wanted to do. I was very educated from young. So my mind was just different from young. I was just mature from young, bro. My mind was just always different. I was just happened to be blessed with, very educated. I taught myself everything I know, so yeah. No pops around. We left my pops back in Trinidad. Yeah.
Do you keep in contact with your dad in Trinidad or anything, or
Yeah,
did you just
man.
completely just
My
move?
dad just came and checked me. Like, he in Trinidad. He's still around. He's still active. I seen him the other day. Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
All right, now, do you eventually quit playing sports just to hustle?
Let me tell you why I quit playing sports, though, right? See, when I went Jamaica High School, right? See, when we graduated from 231, I used to go to 231. Shout out to everybody that used to go to 231, right? That was my junior high, whatever, right? So I used to love sports, whatever. So when I went to high school, they stopped the basketball team. It wasn't no more basketball team. So that crushed my heart. So I was like, school, because the high school I got accepted for was Jamaica. You dig? So they had no basketball team. So I was like, school, man. I'm about to go hustle, man. And that time my homies was doing the music thing, the Lost Boys. You dig? So it was the music and hustling, bro.
The Lost Boys. So
Yeah.
can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
The Lost Boys is Mr. Cheeks, Freaky Ty, Pretty Loose, Big Nice. Rest in peace, Freaky Ty, you what? That was the biggest rap group in Jamaica, Queens, man. Early 90s, late 90s, you know what I mean? They used to run shit, you know what I mean? Them and Onyx. Now my other OGs from Queens, you what? But Lost Boys was like a crew. They was a rap group, but we was like a crew. We was like 1,000 ghetto strong. We was like 1,000 deep, man. We used to terrorize New York. Yeah, everybody know about the Lost Boys from New York and LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember their music.
Yeah, but them was my big homies. I came up under Freaky Ty, 134. You dig? Yeah, that was my big homie. So while they doing the music thing, we out there hustling and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. They used to lock Queens though, man. Rest in peace to the big homie, Freaky Ty. I came up under him, that's my big homie. Yeah. Before the G Unit shit. So I was actually doing the music shit before like 50 and because I used to run behind my OGs and shit. They have us in the studio. I'm on shows with them. And then Freaky Ty had his own group, J&J, Drama and Jugger. I was a part of that group. And Mikey Dawn as well. Yeah. So if Ty ain't died, it might ain't even been no G Unit, or I wouldn't even been a part of G Unit. Because if my original big homie ain't died, yeah, I would have still been under him. So when he died, that crushed me. And that's when I really just started, wilding and busting my gun. He died when I was 18 years old. Yeah. Yeah, but long story short, they was the biggest group in Jamaica, Queens in the mid-90s. Yeah.
Were you rapping at the time?
Nah, I don't rap. I never rap, man. I'm a hustler, man. My homies and them do that, you heard? I get money, you heard? Back then I was a hustler, you heard? Yeah. But I used to soak the game up though. Like being around them in the studios and everything, I used to just sit there and pay attention and focus on everything. So I really got the game firsthand, learned it watching them, like firsthand, seeing them. And seeing how Freaky Ty, Mr. Cheeks and them still kept it real with the hood. You know what I mean? Always looked out for the little kids, make sure they hood straight, the block straight. You know what I mean? Real OGs, you know? You know what I mean? So I got a lot of my game from them, watching them from young. Yeah.
How old would you say you were when you caught your first case?
Like 13, 14. I was in junior high school. That's 7th, 8th grade, but I was in the 7th grade. Yeah, so that's like 12, 13, man. Facts.
Did you go to juvenile hall?
Yeah, I was in Spofford for like a week before I got bailed out, you what? I was facing 10 years and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Did you have to do any time for that, or did you
Nah,
beat it?
I wound up getting probation for that. Yeah, I wound up getting probation, and I had to see a therapist for like a year because of the age we was catching cases and shit. I was almost facing 10 years and shit for some shit I wasn't even involved with. You heard? That was other homies from my junior high school I used to deal with and shit. You heard? But I was there at the time, and somebody witnessed me there and said I was involved with the situation and shit. So, we all got picked up. Yeah.
Okay. And at what age do you meet 50?
Around like 14.
Okay. So
Yeah.
50 was already running the block and everything at that time when
Yeah,
you met
because
him.
yeah. At that time he like probably 19, I'm 14. Remember, he 5 years older than me. Yeah, remember, I'm the young boy from the hood. All my OGs older than me, like about 5, 7, 10 years. So I'm the baby boy. I used to just run with the old heads from young. You heard? So he got like 5 years on me. So at that time he like 19. Yeah, hell yeah, he the man on the block. Big facts. Yeah.
What happened when you guys met?
When we met was funny. We met on him trying to bully a nigga, you heard? Yeah. I was gonna check my homie Silky. I told you that's who I used to deal with on the Lost Boy tip. That was my big homie and shit. That's who I used to hustle with, get my guns from and shit. We out of town and shit. So I'm going to check on Silky and shit. He live in Rochdale. So I rode my bike, a street bike, not a street bike, a pedal bike and shit. I ride my pedal bike from Rosedale and shit to meet Silky and shit, you heard? So he on the block and shit. He ain't really know me. So I see this big nigga grilling me and shit, you heard? So he watching me, I'm watching him and shit. So then Silky comes across the street and shit. So he wound up calling Silky over like, yo, Silky, come here, my nigga. Remember, Silky and him good already. So he wound up calling Silky and shit like, yo, come here, my nigga. Who this little nigga? And he was like, nah, son, he good. I Smurf and shit. And he was like, oh, all right, because I was about to slap this nigga and everybody you know. So that was our encounter. Yeah. And the funny shit is, I had a 2.5 on me the whole time, you heard? So I could have violated, you heard? But I already knew he was the big stepper on the strip at the time, you heard? But that was our introduction, you heard? So from there, we was good. I ain't show no fear, ain't nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Facts, though.
Okay, so you're not going to school at this time. What are you doing with yourself? Do you ever try to get a real job
I
or
told
anything?
you, I'm hustling, bro. We selling weed, we selling crack, we selling heroin, bro. Remember that time, we talking about the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, man. That's the money era, bro. That's the era, the golden era of hip hop, nigga. That's when the rappers used to look up to us, nigga. They get they swag from us, nigga. Street niggas, nigga. It ain't this generation, my G, where everybody getting they swag from these rappers or whatever they see on TV now, nigga. Niggas used to come to the street, see what's the latest fashion, how we dress, how we got our pants sag, how we rock our shit, nigga. The streets is hip hop. You dig? Yeah. Well, I'm out there hustling, nigga. Send shredders back then and that time, man. That was the golden era, man. Everything was nice, everything was genuine. Everything was more realer back then, you heard?
What do you think was like one of the wildest situations that you've seen growing up that you could talk about?
The wildest situation. Man, I seen so much wild shit, bro. Been a part of so much wild shit. It's just wild shit. I could see my homie died and shit. See my homie died in front of me and shit. Niggas got shot in front of me. Niggas got stabbed in front of me. It's mad shit, you heard? Yeah.
Damn.
We
How
shot,
old were you when
we shot
your
niggas, we
homie died in
stabbed
front of
niggas.
you?
Huh?
How old were you when your homie died in front of you?
That shit happened in Brooklyn, man. So I seen death from early, man.
Damn.
Yeah. I was around 8. No, I was around, what? Because I had lived on East 34 for like 3 years. But before I moved to Queens, we went to East 21st and Flatbush, you heard? And I stayed there for like a few months and shit. Or like 6 months and shit. That was actually when I joined my first crew out there on East 21st and Flatbush. We was Looney Tunes. They had the Looney Tunes and Tiny Tunes. I was a Tiny Toon. At like 8-year-old. That was like my first crew, gang and shit. I forgot to tell you about that shit. So yeah, I was the head of the Tiny Toon. Shout out to them niggas if they remember that. Yeah, so boom. Yeah, you know, we used to be out there fighting, scrapping and shit. Yeah, nigga died in front of us. Nigga pulled out a gun, started shooting, man. And hit one of the little homies, man.
How old was the person that got killed?
He was a little nigga like my age, man. He was like
8, 9 years
he was
old?
like 9, 10, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do you think that affected you growing up?
Man, shit, that was a different kind of shit. Cause you know cause I couldn't even go back to help him. I'm a kid, I'm going, I didn't mean to laugh, but that shit is sad. I'm going, bro. I'm laughing at myself cause I feel bad. It wasn't at the situation, cause I'm going. You know, niggas screaming. I'm young at the time, shots ringing off, and you see homie dropping. His eyes rolled back, and his hand just out, and we gotta get low. So I ran home, son. And then, you know, you hear about this shit the next day and shit. I ain't act like I was like, I ain't, know what I mean, saying nothing to nobody, like, I'm not dead, nigga. I'm a kid, I ain't witnessing no murder at the time. I already know I ain't talking to the police from young, so I ran straight home, and that was it. I never brought it back up. And then I moved to Queens anyway.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you know, you're in the streets and everything, and at what point do you and 50 become actually close?
After that situation, we was cool from there. We on the block together, we chilling, shit like that. Cause 134 is a whole strip. We a block. We rep that block. Once you rep that block, you dig? Remember, we don't deal with gangs in New York. So we deal with like blocks and areas. So 134, in LA, that'd be like a gang to y'all if we come up with a name and shit. Say 134. You heard? That's just a neighborhood with a bunch of us together. We riding for each other. But we don't do the gang thing in New York. They do it now. I'm talking about my generation. There wasn't no Bloods, there wasn't no Crips, none of that in my generation in New York. Yeah, so it was just crews and blocks. So I was down with that block. I was moving with Silky. So you dig? Then my squad now. So we all got good. Remember, when he checked me, he ain't know me. And that's how it go back then. If a nigga don't know you, you on they block, a nigga gonna check you. You dig? So after he checked me, you know what I mean? I'm looking in his eyes. He looking in my eyes. He ain't see no fear. We good from there.
He probably liked that coming from like a young dude. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
said you're only 14 at the time.
Yeah, and he always kept his eye on me. And he knew Silky is a little hustler. Keep them guns and shit too. And plus our big homies was the Lost Boys, Freaky Tana. So, you know I was a Lost Boy. He was like, all right, good. And he always kept an eye on me too. You know how it would go.
What was that like out there, you know what I'm saying, hustling and doing your thing at that time?
Shit, that shit I loved it. Those was the best times of our life because we young, enjoying life. You dig? We was stars before this rap shit. We was already them guys in our neighborhood. The whole Queens knew us. Yeah, I'm from a legendary block, 134. Everybody know that block in South Jamaica, Queens. Yeah. So it was just fun. It was cool, man. Like we was them niggas. Like I said, the rappers or rappers at that time. It was street niggas, hood niggas. You heard? Yeah. We block 134, got blue. Yeah. It was dope.
Was
though,
Tony
man.
Yayo around at the time too?
Tony Yayo was always around. He from that area. That's they hood, remember? That's they hood, bro. Yayo was always outside. Yayo was always a rapper too. His rap name was Marvelous and shit. So while we was doing the Lost Boys shit, like Yayo was always a rapper and shit. He was rapping before 50. Yeah.
Was 50 rapping at the time?
Nah.
When you met him?
50 was a street nigga, man. 50 wasn't rapping at the time I met him. I met him when he was like 19. That's when he hustled.
Okay. And do you have any memories from those times you could share?
Yeah, like when I met Yayo and shit, me and Yayo was good. When I met Yayo, cause I was with Drama and Jugger, Freaky Talk crew, right? That's his artists, right? And then you had Tony Yayo. and rough hands. Like, so they always used to clash, you heard? Because that was one group and another group. One group from this side, same neighborhood, and the next group from this side, you heard? But we all from the same block. But you know, people live different areas. So like Drama and Jugger, Drama always used to go at it with Fat Shy and Tony Yayo, but he was marvelous at the time. You dig? So like me being a part of that crew, we always used to fight and shit. Before I got cool with Yayo, we used to fight, we used to scrap and all like kind of shit. Yeah, because I'm defending my crew, you know, like Drama and Jugger, because I was a part of their group, but I never rapped, you know? You dig? So it used to be some rap shit in the hood and who got animosity against this one. You know, young niggas shit, we young, we teenagers, so yeah. So I got to know Yayo and them by fighting and shit. We grew up in the hood fighting. That's how we got cool and shit. Yeah.
Okay, and at one point, I guess 50 probably starts to rap. You know, what are you
50
thinking when he starts to
rapping,
make music?
50 started rapping after, I think he got locked up. And then he came home. I remember he picked me and Silky up. Cause I always used to go check him at his house and shit. Cause me and Silky, I told you, we always used to hustle and had guns and shit. So Silky always used to go check Boo Boo. That's 50 at the time. So we always used to be at Boo Boo grandmother's house. He used to take me through there and shit. So we was always cool and shit. But 50 started rapping and shit after he caught his last case and did a little time for it. He said like, this the street shit, cause the street was getting sour anyway. You know what I mean? Streets was getting sour, everybody dying, everybody getting locked up. So when he came home, he was like, yo, I'm gonna start this rap shit. I'm gonna do this rap shit. So he snatched Yayo up. Yayo wasn't even Yayo yet. He snatched Marvelous up, and Marvelous is hype man, and you know, 50 got on real quick. That's the quickest I ever seen a nigga got on in the earlys. Yeah.
Is that when he signed to Columbia?
Nah, Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. He was with Jam Master Jay first. Yeah.
Okay. And
then Jam Master Jay dropped him. Then Columbia snatched him up. Oh, I don't know if Jay dropped him. They had their little differences or whatever, but I know he wound up on Columbia with Tone and Pope. Yeah.
Okay, and you know, I believe he went on tour with Cash Money and Rough Riders?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Were you around during that time?
I was around during that time, but I ain't going to tour. I wasn't on tour, just Yayo and I think his Brooklyn homies, them 551 guys. Yeah, like the guy J.U. Because before
J.U.
Yeah,
I interviewed J.U., man.
Yeah, but because before 50 started G Unit, he used to run with 551 guys, them Brooklyn guys from Lexington and Marcy. Like not Juju, the nigga J.U. He was in the car with 50 when 50 got shot and shit. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true story. That's a fact. So I could co-sign that for him. He was actually definitely in the car when 50 got shot up. So when 50 got shot up, before 50 got shot up, he was one of them Brooklyn guys and a selected few guys from my neighborhood. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
And
shout out to J.U. too though, them Brooklyn guys, 551 guys.
Yeah, shout out J.U., man.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so 50 gets on. You know, he signed to Columbia.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably thinking like, oh, this shit about to go crazy.
He had songs with Beyonce. Yeah. That album was fire too. Yeah, Power the Dollar. That shit was crazy.
Right. He does Power of the Dollar, man. And, you know, he's got this song with Beyonce. They're going to record, from what I understand, they were going to record a video for it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That was going to be his first single.
Yeah.
That was going to be his first single and shit.
And then he gets shot.
Yeah, and then he gets shot. Columbia dropped him.
Where were you when he...
He got shot because they thought he couldn't rap no more because he got hit in his mouth. Yeah. I was on the block when that shit happened, you know? We heard the shots ring out. Yeah. That year, what's that, 2000? Yeah, we on the block, man. We selling level crack, level heroin at that time and shit. So we on the block, we heard the shots. But you know, we ain't think nothing of it at the time because it's a common thing in our neighborhood. Yeah.
How was that time after he got shot, like during that recovery period?
The hood was already, the hood really was already down, bro, because we lost Freaky Ty. I told you, my big homie from the Lost Boy. He died a year earlier, you heard? So Freaky Ty died in 99. So we ain't even get over mourning Freaky Ty. Yeah, dig? So rest in peace, Freaky Ty. He got killed in 99. And then a year later, they hit 5th, 2000. So we was crushed. We took that personal. Me and my homie Root Boy. Yeah, we was crushed, man. We looked at it like niggas think our hood soft and shit. Yeah. Rest in peace, Freaky Ty. Yeah, we took that personal.
Man.
We took that personal, bro. Yeah. Me and Root Boy. Rest in peace, Root Boy. Yeah.
And now he gets shot, man, and you know, he starts to make a comeback.
Yeah.
You know,
But
at what point?
before that, we got the block jumping the whole time. So while he recuperating, we got the hood popping. Like I told you, we got level crack, level heroin out there. We doing the mixtapes. Rest in peace, DJ Rough Hands. He used to do the mixtapes, the 134 All-Star mixtapes and shit, you heard? With everybody from South Jamaica, Queens on that shit. But mostly our block and guys from my neighborhood. That's how 50 heard Banks and shit on that mixtape and shit. Yeah, so we already had the block jumping, the hood jumping, everything. With the music, mixtape, everything. Yeah, so 50 liked it, that shit too. Yeah, so we used to drop his new releases coming back on them mixtapes as well, the 134 All-Star mixtapes. Yeah, that's why you probably think I rap, because I got a song with Banks on that mixtape. But I never rap. I just used to been around rappers and I'm bullshitting one day like it. But I don't rap. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta take it back real quick, man.
Yeah.
How the Rob comes out?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, that shit was dope as you heard? Because 50's a smart guy, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give him that because he know how to get his shit popping. Like, he see everybody going right, he went left with his shit. You did, because you know that's when all that rich shit start coming out. That money started generated in hip hop and shit, right? So everybody balling at that time and everybody on that shit. You dig? So he was like, F that, I'ma rob the whole industry. These niggas balling, you dig? And he really made a song called Robbing the fucking Industry. You dig? So you already know that was gonna get attention because he named all the big dog names, you heard? Yeah.
Was there any beef over the record or anything?
Hell yeah, it was beef over the record, man. Wu-Tang niggas still don't like that to this day, you know? Shout out to my homie Raekwon. Yeah, man, Big Pun ain't like that. Real people took that, ain't like that shit. Yeah. You heard Jay-Z do shots in him? You did? He liked when Jay-Z did that. You did. Remember 50's a nobody coming up in the game. So you catching the big dog's attention on your first single? Yeah, so he was smart with that. So that was his introduction to the game. You gonna know me one time. You did? Yeah.
Okay, now, in the early 2000s, he does Ghetto Quran.
Yeah.
And that's on an album I think you were a part of?
No, that's on Power the Dollar. All them songs was on Power the Dollar. You dig? We wound up doing the situation with me and 50 Hollow Point Entertainment. We did that deal with Land Speed when he was coming back. Remember, he already had all them old songs recorded. So when he came back, we did a deal with Land Speed, where we dropped all the shit that wasn't released yet, shit with Nas and all them shit. We dropped it on that mixtape. That's the Guess Who's Back mixtape, the shit with him with the gun on the cover. We did that shit on Land Speed and shit. I had 17% of that company, Hollow Point Entertainment. Yeah. So that was the actually comeback mixtape. Besides, we already had the streets popping with them G-Unit mixtapes, you heard? It was the G-Unit mixtapes that really set shit off, you heard? When 50 first came back, he dropped the Future, the G-Unit, the mixtape and shit. Yeah. I ain't going front, bro. Yo, bro, we was going on mixtape tours, my nigga. We the only artists ever that went state to state on mixtape tours, bro. Or for mixtape, you heard? And every state, we jam-packed. They knew everything word for word, man. That G-Unit movement, that was a different kind of movement, man. That shit spread like wildfire, man. Or for mixtapes, man, for real.
Were you surprised to see the reaction from everybody and how much it was blowing up?
Hell yeah, man. Like, that shit was crazy because we ain't expect all that, you heard? Like, we know we was gonna get it popping and shit, but that shit took off like on a whole nother level, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we was doing mixtape tours off of mixtapes, bro. We was copying other people's, taking other people's beats and freestyling over it and going on tour, bro. Selling out, bro. Yeah, that shit was never seen before, unheard of, bro. Yeah.
You guys are doing these mixtapes.
Yeah.
And he's starting to blow up.
Yeah. That's when we linked up with Chris Lighty too. Before we got signed, we linked up with Chris Lighty, Violator Management, rest in peace. Yeah. He played a major part too.
Chris Lighty, man. Yeah. How was that meeting him and working with him?
He was cool. He loved me. Remember, I was 50 right hand man, so he loved me. Me and him, we had a cool relationship. I was good with everybody at Violator. I remember Yandy when she was an intern. You know Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop?
I don't know her. No.
That's from Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop New York. She popping right now. She big in the game. She used to manage Jim Jones and Joel's and them. But I remember her when she was an intern at Violator. Yeah.
Now, how far back did you know Preem and how did all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did you learn about all that?
I don't know Preem personally. We never met personally. Like, I seen him, but we never met personally. Yeah. No, I mean, he was the most notorious guy in South Jamaica, Queens, so everybody know who he is. I heard of him since I was young. Since a little kid. From moving to Queens, I heard about him. Because when I moved to Queens, I moved next door to a hustler. Yeah, my OG, my first OG was my neighbor and shit. That's who really introduced me to sports and shit. But he was a hustler, you know what I mean? So everybody used to talk about Preem and the Preem team, and you know, so I heard their name from young. Everybody know them guys.
I believe you said one time that he came to the block and he tried to like little bro 50 and 50 wouldn't let him?
Yeah, he tried to little bro 50 ain't go for that. 50 little bro them back. That's a fact. Yeah, so from there, I guess Preem know, this boy gonna be a problem. That's a fact.
Okay. Do you remember the first time that you seen 50 after he got shot?
Yeah. Yeah. I was on the block in front of the barbershop, Fade's barbershop. I'm out there hustling and shit. He came through the back, because in our block, it got an alley and shit. So he came through the back of the barbershop and shit. Shot out a mic and shit. He owned the barbershop at the time. So he came through the back and shit. So he walked through the front and pulled me to the side. He like, yo, what up? He gave me a dap and a hug. I'm like, damn, son, good to see you, yo. You dig? And from there was up. Because I was already expecting to see him anyway because Yayo had told me he wanted to holler at me and shit. So then he was letting me know what's the scene, what we gonna do and shit. And it was up from there.
And you guys made G-Unit from there?
Yeah. Because he wound up taking me out to the Poconos after that. Yeah. So when we hit the Poconos and shit, because he was out, that's where he was at laying low when he had got shot up and shit. Shout out to Shanique with his baby mother. She had a low spot out there in Pennsylvania. That's PA and shit. We used to be out there in the ski resort, so that's where he was laying low at. So that's where we started G-Unit and formed G-Unit at, you heard? Yeah, so he used to take like me, Root Boy, El Dorado and them out. He used to take us out there and shit. Yeah.
Was that the original members? You four?
That's a fact. Root Boy, rest in peace, El Dorado. Yeah. Facts. We was the original G-Unit. We the street guys though. We wasn't the rappers. Yayo and Banks the rappers. Yeah. But El Dorado wound up catching the murder charge he wound up killing the guy in our neighborhood. So before G Unit took off, so he wound up going to jail. He wound up going up. And then Rude Boy wound up going up. So it was just me to hold shit down. Yeah. Cause
Okay.
Cause El Dorado went to jail and Rude Boy went to jail. Yeah, so
it was just you and 50?
Yeah.
And the rappers?
Yeah. In the beginning. When we doing the mixtape tours and shit. And then we see how serious shit get it. You know, I linked up with my guys from 109 and God Brewer. Yeah, these the original hitters from G Unit. Rest in peace, Ice. Rest in peace, Ja. Shout out to Rick, that's 740. And my nigga Whoop. Yeah. So we wound up linking up with 109 and God Brewer. Yeah, them gangsters from down there. See, we from 134 and God Brewer. Yeah, so we linked up with guys from down the road. Yeah. Some serious gangsters. You're dead. Yeah. And then we had then we had American Towers, AT. That's the guys from Linden, America. Yeah. So I brought them in. And yeah, that's G.
Now 50's most, popular beef is with Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Did you see that? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how that started or where that came from your point of view?
The funny shit, how that shit started, I remember that night, man. I'm like 17 at the time, you right? I remember that night, man. That was Club Amazora. Ja was performing that night too. I remember that night. Ja performing. You know why I remember that night? Cause I had an Eagles jersey on, that color turquoise, some black jeans on and some turquoise New Balance and shit. I threw up all over myself in the club, you right? I'm a young nigga, I'm 17, we popping bottles. I got too hot. So I threw up on, that's how I remember this night, because I threw up all over myself, you know? And when we was leaving and shit, I was leaving with my homie Mutt. My nigga was beefing about me getting in his car because he didn't want his shit to stink up. But he wound up ain't leaving me and shit. So. But that nigga cussed me the whole trip like, you stink little nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mutt. But long story short, they in the club that night. So everybody in the club that night, Ja performing and shit, he popping at the time and shit. He now taking off. So everybody out there, somebody from Queens, you in that motherfucker. Remember, I told you, I'm outside from early. I'm 17. The club is 21 and over, nigga. I told you, been outside. So boom. All I know is when I'm leaving and shit, I'm hearing the scene and shit. So in my head, I'm like, yo, why 50 ain't just pop, nigga? Because we all was in there, you right? But long story short, like, he seen the nigga, Ja, I guess after he performed or before he performed, he tried to go over, greet himself. Get a nigga some love. The nigga just looked at him like on some, get out of here type vibe. So he took that shit personal. You heard? And I think he was with Troy Casey too. Shout out to Troy. That's the guy who had robbed Ja before. So I don't know, Ja was upset because of that or whatever. But yeah, that's what happened. Club Amazora. I threw up all over myself that night. 17. I remember that shit. Yeah, Ja tried to look at him on, superstar shit like, get out of here type vibe.
And then 50 does a video shoot with Ja Rule's chain on?
Yeah, because, boom, they beefing now at the time. 50 throwing shots at the nigga, back and forth. 50 don't like that. And he ain't really on yet. So he trying to make a name for himself too. So he like, fuck Ja. Ja acting like he can't get this work. He gave him that work. Yeah. You know what I mean? He went at Ja after that hard. Over the chain incident though, that shit happened in Atlanta because rest in peace to Chaz, right? Chaz used to manage 50. That's a guy from Black Hands. You heard of Black Hand Entertainment? Chaz is an old school gangster nigga. You never heard of Black Hand, man?
I heard of it, yep.
Black Hand Entertainment. Chaz is a gangster. He got all that American Most Wanted shit. Like, they got documentaries on him, man. Check up Chaz and them niggas. Chaz is an ill nigga like Supreme too. They from the same era. Chaz and them niggas robbed Mad Banks and shit. But long story short, Chaz was managing 50 at the time. So Chaz is good with Preem. Long story short, they in Atlanta. So Chaz convinced 50 to, go try to kick it with Ja and settle y'all differences. Because remember, Chaz and Preem from the same era. They old school gangster niggas, so they trying to squash the beef. He managing John and well, Preem with Def Jam, Chaz managing 50. So they try to smoothen it out. So John 50 talking in Atlanta. Some shit went left. I guess 50 ain't like how Ja talking, because I guess Ja was too rowdy talking with his hands and shit. You know, he the man at the time, and 50 just punched the nigga in the face, you know? That's a fact. Ja had a black eye behind that shit and all that. So they wound up squabbling or whatever. 50 ended up with the nigga chain. Yeah. Everybody in the hood rock Ja chain. Rude Boy rocked his chain. I rock Ja chain. It wasn't the chain. 50 wound up with the pendant, you heard? The cross. He wound up with the pendant. Yeah. Yeah. That shit happened in Atlanta and shit. Yeah. Chaz tried to smoothen that out. Rest in peace to him. That shit ain't work. Yeah.
So there was 2 different chain incidents with Ja Rule?
Yeah. The first incident was some hood shit. He got caught slipping in the hood. Troy got him. Yeah.
Okay.
And then 50 wound up getting his joint in Atlanta. Yeah.
Were you ever around when they ran into each other?
Who? Nah, I wasn't.
50 and Ja.
Nah. They only ran into each other in Atlanta. I wasn't there for that. Nah.
Well, they had the studio incident too, right?
Yeah. But that wasn't that was a run up. They ran down on them niggas. I ain't going front. Murder Inc. ran down on the homies. Yeah. They was in the studio and shit. They ran down on them. They ran up in the studio on them. 50 wound up getting stabbed. Yayo got stabbed and the engineer got stabbed. And to clear all the snitch rumors up back in the days, it was the engineer that actually sued, you heard? 50 ain't never sued, Yayo ain't never sued. It was the engineer. 50 never told, Yayo never told, the engineer told and won a lawsuit. Yeah. Yeah, but they ran down on the homies. They did that. Yeah.
What was that like? Like, after all this beef is going on with Ja Rule, man, you guys probably were pretty mad about the shit.
Yeah, he was mad. That's why he got shot. He was mad. He was upset. And he was irking them. Them niggas got tired of him, you heard? So, you know, I guess, well, I don't know. They did what they did. Somebody got tired of him and, you know, he got hit up. They got tired of Fifth, I guess, you heard? Somebody got tired of him, so they hit him up. Remember, he was dissing real people, too. Whole industry, bullying Ja. A lot of gangsters is mad because he mentioned their names in the ghetto Quran and shit, so, you know, yeah.
You guys showed up to one of Ja Rule's video shoots?
Nah, 50 did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 50 did. That was before they started beefing, so that's like how the beef, like, you know what I mean, brewed off and shit, how it started in the earliest. They tried to play him again at the video shoot too, so. Yeah.
Ja tried to play him at the video shoot too? So Ja was never like, like cool and shit, like showing love or nothing?
Yeah, he was always cocky and arrogant. Yeah.
You know, what's your thoughts at the time? Like, what are you going through at the time? You know what I'm saying? 50's doing all this music stuff. You're kind of involved, you know what I'm saying?
We defending the homie because he from our block regardless. So, right or wrong, we riding. I mean, 134, right or wrong, we riding. That's the big bro, we riding. You know what I mean? But I told you at that time, he was running with his Brooklyn guys. He was running with the 551 guys. He was running with JU and them guys. And a selective few, like me and a selective few and shit. You know what I mean? So at that time, he had them Brooklyn guys with him, so I guess he ain't care, because them niggas is grimy. Them niggas is some gangsters, you know? Yeah.
And at one point, you know, you guys are shopping a deal, you know, and the deals actually start coming in at one point.
What do you mean? Who?
Well, 50. Before he signs to Eminem, he's getting $1 million offers.
Yeah, we was going on to meetings like every other day. That's facts. Everywhere, you heard? Yeah, every other day was a different meeting with top labels, 700,000, 800,000, a million. Yeah, I remember when we got signed, before we actually secured the deal with Eminem, DJ Clue tried to come better than Eminem. I remember we had a meeting in Violator. That was the last meeting from everybody, with everybody. I know it was DJ Clue, because remember he had his Desert Storm shit popping, Fab and them niggas popping, but nah, we declined that too. But we had deal, Clyde Davis, he offered us 700,000, he declined that. It was everybody, man, the whole, all them niggas, man, everybody, bro. All them top executives, man. Everybody wanted a piece, but he wound up going with M and Dre and shit. You dig? Too much black bullshit going on in the industry at the time. Because remember, the same guys that was hating on him and the same executives who ain't want to give him a chance, you dig, wound up coming around too late. So he was like, I'm going with M and Dre, I'm going to the West Coast. Yeah. Eminem had to convince Dr. Dre to sign that deal. It was M who really wanted on Fifth.
Did you ever go to the West Coast with him at that time when he was recording?
Come on, man. Hell yeah, man. All the recording wasn't in the West Coast, because remember I told you Eminem signed, so we used to go to Detroit a lot too. We used to go to Eminem personal studio in Detroit. Yeah. We go to LA because that's where the Interscope office was. Yeah. Yeah. So we back and forth and shit.
Okay. He signs to Eminem, man.
Of course, you know I met Dr. Dre in the studio and them. Dr. Dre ordering us mad In-N-Out burgers and shit. Shout out them In-N-Out burgers. I don't know if they still popping, but 20 years ago when we in LA and shit, I mean, it was them In-N-Out burgers I fucks with. Yeah. Yeah, but we was back and forth. I was everywhere with Fifth. Remember, I was his right-hand man. It's me, Yayo. Before Yayo went to jail, it's me and him. We thugging it everywhere. We was the ones making the moves with him. I'm the nigga holding them down. 2 guns on me everywhere. Yeah.
I remember seeing you in the DVD part of the Get Rich or Die Trying video.
Yeah, yeah. That's real life too. That's facts too. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we move. That's how we thug it back then.
I remember the music video Heat.
Yeah, yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
A lot of guns, man. No props. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys signed to Eminem, man.
Yeah.
That must have been huge, man. That was like crazy. Eminem was like the biggest thing at the time.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment. Eminem is still the biggest thing to this day. Ain't nobody bigger than that. Yeah. Shout out to Eminem. That was a great feeling, great experience, you know. Thankful for being a part of it, you know. Yeah, but it was dope, man. To see your dreams actually come true and unfold in front of you. Yeah. Some dope shit.
You guys record in the club. The music video. What happens at the music video?
Yeah, you already know Suge pulled up. I spoke about this a million times. You know Suge pulled up. We wasn't going for it. We backed him down, and he came with some Mexicans. He left. Yeah. Suge tried to press the video shoot, but it ain't nothing happened. We held it down. Yeah, Suge just, you know what I mean? Suge seen all them New York guys out there and ain't want no problem. He just dropped his cigar on the floor, stepped on it, and left. Yeah. But you know, that's how Suge is. That's what Suge do. He'll come check the temperature. You dig? So if he feel he could bully, he gonna bully. You dig? But yeah, he couldn't bully that day. But his presence was definitely felt. Because all the other executives and staffs was going crazy all over the place. You know? They scared to death of Suge in LA, you know? At that time, you know? Yeah. That was another dope experience too. Yeah. Yeah, we back Suge.
Where was Eminem at the time?
Eminem was inside in the beginning, but then he came outside. He ran and grabbed a vest, then came outside with us. Yeah, that's a fact. Suge seen all them New York niggas out there, them rowdy niggas, he ain't want no problems, man. Suge like, oh shit, the I got myself into. He dropped the cigar on the floor, stepped on it, and left, man. Yeah, that's facts. Then we
Did
went
you
on.
meet Young Buck or anything at the time?
Yeah, we was on tour with Young Buck. Yeah, but Young Buck wasn't when we did In the Club. Young Buck wasn't with us then. We snatched Young Buck up when we started hitting the official tour. Yeah, 50. Because the first day we met Buck and Juvenile and them was in Manhattan and shit. Because we wound up getting them on the mixtape and shit. You heard? One of the mixtapes 50 was doing. He got Juvenile and Skip and Wacko and them niggas on that joint. Shout out to Skip and Wacko. That was Juvenile artists and shit. So that's when we actually met Buck. Buck was there in the city on Juvie tour bus. Yeah. So I met Buck before we even signed him to G Unit. 50 always liked him, so that's why he said, yo, if I get on, I'm coming back to get you. And 50 kept his word. He got on and came back and got Buck. Yeah.
Well, the album takes off.
Yeah.
Starts, I think at the time it's the biggest debut in hip hop history.
Yeah. And we ain't even get the full week. We got like 4 days. Yeah, so that shit did all the numbers in 4 days. They dropped that shit early. It was a demand for that. Yeah.
And you guys go on tour.
Yeah, we on tour.
What's the tour like?
Tour's bananas, man. We everywhere, man. Spring break, everywhere, every state, everywhere. Everything sold out. Arenas. It was crazy, bro. Yeah. And that's why I wound up, I got kicked off for the tour. Me and the road manager wound up getting into a little squabble and shit. Fifth ain't like that. So that's like how the whole shit started and shit. That's how we fell out. Stepping from tour.
Do you have any like favorite tour stories from that time?
I kicked Keisha Cole off the tour bus. Before she was Keisha Cole. Yeah, my homie Ice always tell me that story, rest in peace. I ain't remember at the time, but he was like, yo, you kicked Keisha Cole off the tour bus. Yeah. Back then, you know how it would go.
What happened that got her kicked off the tour bus?
I don't know. I guess she ain't wanting to get right or something. That could have been the only way you get kicked off the tour bus, you heard? You did? Or she could have been disrespectful or rowdy or something. Yeah. Nah, but we had a lot of experience on tour. Tour was great, man. Just seeing females, just titties everywhere, running down. But I tell you, men is more groupie than females, you heard? You got men even trying to get on the tour bus and shit. Like, shit was crazy back then, you heard? You know what I mean? Yeah, it was just dope. It was a dope experience, man. Yeah, we got into a lot of shit on the road too, a lot of fights, a lot of shit too. Yeah. You know?
Okay, and you said you got kicked off, man. Do you remember the incident that got you kicked off? Like what all happened? Can you kind of take me through it?
Yeah, me and the road manager. Shout out to Marcus. We good now. He used to work for Violator and all that, right? Him and one of my homies had a little situation outside, and you can't do that. So I went to see what was going on. You dig? And some shit played off, and I wound up punching the road manager in the face. We wound up fighting. 50 came off the bus. 50 ain't like that. Sent everybody back home. That's what happened.
So now you're sent back home, and what's that like for you? You know what I'm saying? You was with 50 Cent doing all this big stuff, and you're kind of like back to zero now.
I wouldn't say back to zero because I'm back in the hood. I'm that nigga in my hood, so it's never zero in the hood. We just left the industry. You forgot I got a whole nother world I'm from, you heard? I'm a street nigga, you heard? So dropping me back in the hood, I'm a B.I., man. You just dropping the nigga back to hunt again. We gonna hunt, we gonna hustle, nigga, we gonna grind. So that's what I did. I went back to the hood and started working on my artist, Domination. You dig? That's Freaky Ty's little cousin too. You dig? So that's how Domination got popping. You dig? So it wasn't no beef. I wasn't mad. I went back to the hood. I was like, yo, I'm gonna show homie, I'm gonna impress homie. You dig? Went and work on my artists, everything out of my pockets. And at that time, I got Domination popping. I pressed up like 10,000 CDs and flooded the streets, flooded New York. Yeah. Yeah. So I went home and started working, straight to the grind. Yeah. And that's when I wound up catching the case 4 months later. I'm hustling Domination CDs, you heard? Yeah. So that's what happened. I was working on my artist when I went back to the hood. Domination. Free him too. Free the big wolf. He on the countdown. He'll be home soon. Yeah.
Now you get you know what I'm saying, you catch your case.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like the beginning of your guys' fallout.
Yeah, because I'm calling him for my money now. Because remember, me and 50 had the company together. So now that shit generated millions of dollars, you heard? We sold like 400,000 independent, nigga. We getting $5 a pop, nigga. I'm up right now, you heard? So I had 17% of the company. So I'm calling him from jail for my money. The nigga ain't send me my money. You did? My mom said to put the crib up. I took that personal. So when I came home, it's up, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. So
okay, and you get home, do you ever try to reach out to 50 at this point?
Yeah, I reached out. I was reaching out to him. I wasn't getting no answer. I spoke to Banks first, you heard? You dig? So then I told Banks some slick shit. And then I guess Banks told 50, and then 50 called me back. And then, you know what I mean? Me and him on the phone talking or whatever. Yeah. That conversation ain't go well. Yeah.
Okay, and are you mad at him at this point? He's not giving you your money?
Of course I'm mad. That's how the beef started. You left me in jail. I don't want the money now, nigga. I'm upset. Nigga's up. You dig? You know what I mean? So it was up from there, remember? And then I started working on my artist Domination. You dig? I wound up getting a deal with Koch Entertainment. 2 months later. Remember, once I came out of jail, I went straight to work. I'm grinding. Then that nigga wound up I think I did a Source interview first. Shout out to Gotti. He was one of the writers for the Source back in the days, the Source magazine and shit. I wound up doing an interview with him, talking about the situation. I guess 50 ain't like that. He dissed me on the mixtape. And then me and Domination responded with what's beef. Yeah. So it was up from there. We throwing shots at each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's when we started working with Sibo. Shout out to Sibo. Shout out to Yuck Mouth. Yeah, them my West Coast connect. Yeah. We was making so much of a buzz. Damo had so much of a buzz, we had the West Coast jumping. So Sibo and Yuck Mouth reached out to us and shit. We was with them Thug Lords for a minute. They put us on their mixtape and all that, Domination and shit. Because remember, at that time, my crew, after I left G-Unit, I started the Silverback Gorillas. That was me and Domination. And then I had 2 other artists, you know? Yeah. So I wound up getting a distribution deal with Koch Entertainment. Never heard of before in that time, you heard? Yeah, a 60-40 split. Shout out to Fredro. He wound up linking me with that deal. Yeah. So I used to be on the West Coast heavy too, with Sibo and Yuck Mouth, man. You familiar with them? They from your side, they legend. Yuck Mouth from Oakland, yeah. Sibo from Sacramento. Shout out to them guys. Them my guys. Those the only guys that did something for us in this industry. Them is real G's. Yeah, and Corrupt. Shout out Corrupt from the Dog Pound. I respect him too because he was on Domination album. Yeah. Remember, I'm a young CEO. I'm not just a street nigga or none of that shit. I told you I was always educated and all that. I had my own label. I witnessed my artist album hit the stores. You dig? From all my grind, you dig? Independent, and it did numbers. So like, I accomplished a lot. I just wound up getting deported. You dig? I had my own label rocking, nigga. With Koch, nigga. Everybody was on Koch. Suge Knight was on Koch. BG was on Koch. Jim Jones was on Koch, nigga. Everybody was on Koch. The Locks was on Koch. Sheik Luch. Everybody was on Koch. You know what I mean? So we was rocking back then. And for me to be at that age, man, I was like 22, dog. Young CEO, man, that's a blessing, man. Niggas can't tell me nothing, nigga. I accomplished a lot at a young age. Remember, I left the streets in New York at 23. You did? And I went to jail for 4 years, then I got deported. Yeah.
Well, at one point, 50's doing Summer Jam, and you guys decide you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And I mess with him.
I had to go to jail the next month, that's why. So I said I had to do something so they could feel my presence while I'm going, you know? So I said, yo, man, Summer Jam coming up. We're gonna take the whole hood of Summer Jam. I brought all my niggas with me. 20 niggas front row. Yeah.
Can you kind of take me through that day?
That day was kind of cool because I was rocking with my sister. My sister actually drove me up there because she had the big long Suburban and shit back in the day. So I'm rocking with her all day and shit. So I'm like, yo, man, I'm about to go to Summer Jam and shit. I'm about to go meet Domination and shit and the rest of the team and shit. Cause my house was the headquarters and shit. So we going home because the team about to come over. We getting ready at my spot. So we all getting ready and shit. My sister was like, yo, I want to come. So I was like, cool, I need a ride anyway, let's go. So we all went up there. As soon as I got there, I walk in, hip hop police on me. They right there. I'm watching them niggas. We still shit up. So it was me and all my niggas, we walked in, we front row and shit, whatever. 50 and them came out last, so we enjoying the whole shit the whole night. All the performance, we enjoying ourselves. So when they came out, we just got rowdy and shit and was just taunting them niggas all night. We did. Guess he ain't like that and shit. He came over, tried to throw some water on me and shit. You did. Now before that though, Banks threw some money in the air. Banks threw some money in the air on it. So we threw money back at them niggas. I guess 50 ain't like that one. So that's when he came over and shit and threw water on niggas. I tried to jump over the barricade and shit. Security grabbed me and my niggas just went crazy with the chair. Yeah.
Man. Okay.
We all made it out too, because if you seen the clip, you see the New Jersey, the troopers came running out. Police and all them came running after us and shit. So we all had to dip through the crowd and shit. Everybody got low. We all made it out. My homie Los lost both his sneakers. He came out barefooted, you know? But we all made it out. Yeah, we all made it out. Those was the days, man. Young and wild, man. For real. Yeah.
During this time, do you guys ever attempt to squash your issues?
Nah. We ain't had time. I went to jail. So after Summer Jam now, I went to jail. Yeah.
Well, I guess he pulled up to a video shoot of yours?
Yeah, he pulled up to a video shoot. I was doing Domination video, You'll Lose. He pulled up to the You'll Lose video shoot. That was Super Bowl weekend. Thinking Phoenix and shit. Niggas pulled up on the block and shit. He was three Jeeps deep, but he came with police and shit. Security and shit. Him, Buck, and Banks. Each of them in a truck. Yeah. Ain't nothing happened though. He just came there. Like, yo, what's good? I was rowdy and they just pulled off. Yeah.
Well, do you think that was like him trying to smooth things out with you?
Yeah, I think he really came to, show love. You dig? But remember, I'm young, flared up, was going through a lot. They left me for dead, so I was still, I was still heated. You dig? So I was I was ignorant that day, so I think he did came show love though, because if a nigga was coming with disrespect, he wouldn't have came with security and shit. He would have came with his shooters. Nigga got shooters. Yeah, so I think he did came to show love. I was a little rowdy and shit. Yeah.
Okay, and so now you got to go to jail.
Yeah.
And what's that like? But you got beef with 50 at the time.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm a gangster, so I'm straight wherever I go. I get busy. So wherever I go, I'm good. It was cool though. It was cool. I was in jail, but a lot of niggas thought they could do something to me and get paid for it. So you got a lot of stupid niggas that take an opportunity. You did. So you know how it go. But I was cool in jail, man. I'ma live wherever I'm at. Jail was cool. Jail was just like the street, regular shit. You just around a bunch of niggas, that's all. No pussy. That's the only difference. We still balling in jail. We still eating good. We still fly. We still smoking. We still drinking. Just ain't no bitches. It's violent. That's about it.
And I guess a guy stabbed you or tried to stab you or something?
Nah, nigga ain't try to stab me. A nigga cut me in jail, man. Niggas ran up in my cell while I was sleeping. Yeah, cut me in jail and shit. In my sleep. Yeah, the same nigga allegedly that killed Jam Master Jay, that locked up for Jam Master Jay. Murder right now? Yeah, that's the nigga that cut me. He cut me in my sleep and shit. Yeah, that ain't about nothing.
Damn.
You know? You don't see no scar on my face, right? He ain't do a good job. I got cut though. Not on my face. That's where they really try to cut me up. They try to cut my face and my neck up. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I made it out that motherfucker though. I made it out that motherfucker. Yeah, you know how it go. This is gangster shit, man. This is shit we signed up for. Yeah, but ain't no honor in that. I don't respect how they did it. They got me cut in my sleep. That's them for me getting one of their homies cut in the yard, because one of the niggas that took a hit on me wound up in the same jail. Yeah. So I seen him in jail. I got him touched, you know. But I did my shit with honor. I got him touched on his feet. You heard? Them niggas ran up in my sleep, so ain't no honor in that. You did? Yeah. You know how it go.
And now you get out of jail.
Yeah. Get deported.
And they deport you, man. Like, what was that like for you?
That was the worst feeling in my life, bro. You know what it is to be happy you home? You know what it is to be happy and depressed at the same time, bro? That's how I was feeling. I'm happy to have freedom, but I'm like, damn, man, where the they sent me, man? They sent me back to Trinidad. I don't know nobody down there. I don't know my family. I don't know the place. You dig? Because when I left, I never came back. Yeah, man, so I had to start all over again, man. Yeah. For real. 15 years I'm down here, though, so, you know, I'm still active. You dig? So everything turned out cool. Yeah. Turned out to be a blessing. Yeah.
Now, since you've been out of jail, have you and 50 had any contact? Have you guys talked? Have you talked to anybody from G-Unit?
Nah, I talked to a lot of niggas from the team. Remember, that's family orientated. So, like, my family be around their family. That shit is, we family, you know? So, there ain't nobody, because I'm a nigga. We the same. We got the same ego and pride, nigga. I don't got to talk to you. That's how he feel. I don't got to talk to you. I'm just like him, nigga. He just got the money. I'm just the gangster that really had to go through the gangster shit, nigga. Yeah, them niggas ain't go through what I went through, my nigga. I ain't trying to downplay nobody, but I really live this gangster shit, nigga. Or really live that shit. Or really here to go through and this shit to show the youths you could do better, you heard? Don't go down the route I've been through, you heard? So my purpose is different than his purpose, my nigga. I'm a field nigga, you heard? In other words, I'm a field nigga and he a house nigga. He caught up in the house nigga world, that entertainment shit. All it is a bunch of house niggas. You heard? Whatever masters say they gotta do to keep it real. Why you think all of them is broke and going through what they go through and you're now finding out what the industry really like when you see what's going on behind the scene. Don't let all that fly shit fool you, all them cars and jewelry fool you and shit. A lot of niggas gotta get that shit back, bro. You dig? So, you know what I mean? I'm here to show the youths what's the real shit, what could really happen. You heard? You can learn from my life. You give your loyalty to a whole bunch of niggas, your family, and still get the bad end of the stick, you heard? You dig? Street shit don't mean nothing, nigga. Them same niggas will jump out the window for you. When you locked up, nigga, you won't get a pair of socks. You ain't getting a letter. Niggas trying to fuck your bitch. Your same homies, nigga. Ain't no loyalty in this shit, nigga. You dig? So, I signed up for it, so I'm a bang. That's what I signed up for. I don't want none of them used to sign up for this shit. Especially this go around, my nigga. Ain't no loyalty in this shit. These niggas don't give a fuck about us. The streets don't give a fuck about us, bro. So I tell the youths, man, stay in school. Nigga, make your mama proud, man. I'm just thankful I have a second chance in life, you heard? Not everybody got a second chance in life. Yeah. So I'm thugging.
What'd you think about the movie Get Rich or Die Trying?
All that shit is fabricated. Ain't none of that shit true. Ain't nothing happen like that. That's some house niggas. House nigga shit. Hollywood say, no, you can't do it like this. We got to do it like this. So your whole industry is fucking house niggas, man. Yeah, that industry, this entertainment industry, they use them to destroy the fucking youths, the generation and the fucking, to come in the fucking ghetto and the community, bro. That's all they do. Notice they don't promote no positive music, nigga. Once it's kill, 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 oh shit, you could get a deal. Once a bitch shaking her ass, degrading herself, yeah, that's what they pushing. Y'all don't see the heights, nigga? And it's just getting worse, my nigga. And why I'm talking about this too, because I played a part in this shit, my nigga. I'm out there busting my gun, going crazy. You dig? That ain't the life to live, my nigga. We live in the oppressor's dream, nigga. They want us to up out here, my nigga. We supposed to get money and take care of our family, bro. All that bullshit, my nigga. You dig? Get rich or die trying, no back to that. I be flipping sometime because I got to sneak in there to let the youths know the real too at the same time, right? Yeah, but Get Rich or Die Trying was fabricated, man. Ain't nothing happened like that. The whole movie was fabricated. That's a fact.
Well, before we get out of here, man, is there any untold story or anything that you want to share?
An untold story? I got a lot of untold shit. You got to ask me, like, what you want to hear? What kind of untold story? Like, what kind of shit? Industry shit, street shit?
I mean, I think the fans would love to hear some, a street story about 50 that they ain't never heard before. That you could talk about, obviously.
A street story? Like some shit he did?
Or you guys were just together. Maybe a fight you guys got in with somebody or something.
I told you we got into a lot of fights on the road. We jumping in crowds, everything. It was numerous fights. With Fifth, we jumping in the crowd, had to pound on niggas. Fifth jumping in the crowd with us to pound on niggas. All over, man. Because some of our fans at the time, we had to understand this too. Some of our fans, they know how to say what up. Or they come in like too gangster, like they coming too aggressive. They coming with love though, but they coming aggressive, you heard? We had to understand that at a point like, nah, them niggas really with us. They just don't know how to express themselves, I guess, you heard? So they coming aggressive, you heard? But yeah, we had to beat a lot of niggas up, jump in the crowd and shit, yeah. All that shit.
So what happens the first time somebody comes aggressive at you guys?
Guns drawn. One time.
On some fans?
Immediately. We don't know if you fans, niggas trying to kill us. That's why you gotta come, let niggas know you fans. You gotta come excited. Nigga, don't come with the screw face and you think some niggas be coming too aggressive. You know what I mean? Look in the eyes, show a little smile or something. So sometimes, man, and some of them, they coming with love too. But we had to learn how to understand that. But it's guns drawn, man. You can't just move up on others, especially once it's arm's reach. You can't come arm's reach. Yeah.
All right. You got like a favorite, like a positive memory about those times that you want to share?
Shit, we got on our knees and prayed for this shit, all of us together, the whole team. That's a positive to get, and our dreams unfold. It did, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was dope. That was dope.
All right, man. Well, shit, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Dope story, man.
Yeah.
Dope history.
No doubt.
Man, hopefully everything works out for you, man. I think you mentioned in one of your interviews that the laws are changing, so
yeah, a lot of laws is changing. I'll pull back up soon. You know how that go. Plus, I'll be doing a lot of positive things out there. Yeah, out here and there too, in the States, you did, for a lot of youths. Yeah, so I'm cool, man. It all good. I just had a baby anyway, man. I be chilling, so I ain't tripping.
What are you working on right now?
I'm enjoying
you working
life.
on anything?
Yeah, man. That's what we gotta plug in, man. Y'all can go to Amazon right now and get my memoir, my first testament, Wisdom of the Wolf, the G behind the unit. That's on Amazon right now. I'm working on my documentary. You dig? And on my podcast, I got a podcast and shit I'm fucking with. My own shit I'm about to drop. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No
man,
doubt.
I appreciate
I
you, man, once
appreciate you,
again.
man. Capone News. I made it. Yeah, salute you,
That's
right?
what it is.
I appreciate you.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.